Let's bring in our panel now to discuss this. Pleased to have in the senior fellow at the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies, Behnam Ben Taleblu, and former deputy envoy to combat anti-Semitism under President Donald Trump, Eli Kohanen. Welcome in, panel.
Hi, thank you. It's Ellie Kohanen. So good to be with you.
Ellie, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much here. So we are seeing a moment here where the brink of war has never been closer with the Middle East. Behnam, I want to start with you. We clearly have a very distinct choice, Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, and they are so far apart on where the messaging goes. Americans are looking at this. They're looking at what's happening 1 year later and the atrocities that were committed. And the diplomatic solutions have not worked. Israel, what they are doing, has worked. Tell us about what you believe is the next move, how Iran is actually, the mullahs are more scared than they ever have been.
Indeed, and it's a pleasure to be with you, and greetings to my good friend and fellow Iran watcher, Ellie, on this important matter. Listen, the choice couldn't be any starker, particularly when it comes to the arsonist behind the multiple fires raging in the Middle East today. And that's the one who has lit and ignited and fanned the flames of these fires around 6 or 7 different fronts around Israel, as well as around U.S. troops and U.S. forces and U.S. diplomats in the region. And that stark choice is between deterring the Islamic Republic of Iran, which is likely what you would get with the Trump 2.0 administration. And then the other is working to de-escalate and trying to partner with the world's foremost state sponsor of terrorism, which is the Islamic Republic of Iran. And that seems to be the path that, unfortunately, many kind of mainstream Democrats, as well as the current presidential contender Kamala Harris, seem to be on, with a quest to resurrect failed nuclear diplomacy and falling for the same old tried and true lines about moderates existing in that system.
Yeah, Kamala Harris's 60-minute interview. I want to play when she was asked specifically about Benjamin Netanyahu and being an ally. This is her response.
Do we have a real close ally in Prime Minister Netanyahu?
I think, with all due respect, the better question is, do we have an important alliance between the American people and the Israeli people? And the answer to that question is yes.
Ellie, the reporter sort of framed it like led her, and she completely diverted. Your reaction to that response, and what Iran is thinking when they hear this?
Kamala Harris's reaction is shameful. Israel is the United States' most important and leading and closest ally in the Middle East region, and their duly elected prime minister is Benjamin Netanyahu. So we've seen a lot of hostility come from Kamala Harris towards the prime minister when she refused to attend his address to Congress just a couple of months ago, and it's continuing to stay while Israel is fighting this existential war. So her reaction is shameful. She's showing a complete lack of leadership, a complete lack of moral clarity as Israel faces this existential war. And to your point about the mullahs in Iran, I can imagine that they will feel only further emboldened to continue their attacks on Israel. What gives me strength is knowing that we might have a hopeful, different president in the White House only a few months from now, who has expressed over and over again, President Trump, his support for Israel and his support for Israel to claim victory and prosecute this war as they wish.
So well said. And not only has he said it, his actions and what James Rosen just talked about, where we were compared to where we are now. I have 20 seconds left. Behnam, I'll give you the final thought here, as that was just so articulately said. There is an opportunity here. There's a reason to have some hope in where we are.
Indeed, there's a reason to have hope. There's a reason that we can actually course correct and, again, put out the fire that is really driving these multiple different fronts of shooting at us and our partners and our allies. And that is trimming the wings of the Islamic Republic of Iran and rolling it back. And you would only get that under one scenario. And that is the Donald Trump administration having maximum pressure against the regime and maximum support for the people.
In fact, he's expected to speak shortly in New York. We'll be bringing it live. I thank you both for your thoughtful comments today, and I hope to see you back here very soon. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.